Ooh, dragonflies would be cool. Yeah, I definitely want... I have large aspirations for the backyard. I have a nice big backyard. I mean, it's not huge or anything, but it's a nice big backyard. We're on a double lot, so we've got, I don't know, probably 2,000 square feet of yard in the back. And right now it's just completely bark mulch. The whole thing is just bark mulch. So it's a mess. It's a mess. But you can't really do any landscaping here in the Pacific Northwest during winter time because it's so wet and cold and our dirt is like clay. Like our ground is like mostly clay based. So when it's wet, it's absolutely impossible to like do anything. Bird neighbor chill with the hummingbirds. You mean the bird neighbor who was wearing a shirt that said birds aren't real and said that their girlfriend was at the store looking at bird stuff? You mean that bird neighbor? You're gonna make them super paranoid. No, he opened the door. I brought cookies over to introduce myself, and he opened the door and he was wearing a shirt that said birds aren't real, and I was like, they're part of the bourgeoisie. And he was like, sorry, my girlfriend's not here, she's looking at bird stuff. And I was like, no, but birds aren't real, they're part of the bourgeoisie. And he was like, he looked at me like I was insane, and he was wearing a shirt that said birds aren't real. So I figured that he understood the reference. If it flies, it spies. Listen, there is real hard evidence that Reagan killed all of the birds and turned them into spies. That's absolutely my favorite conspiracy theory. Why do you think they sit on power lines? To recharge their little batteries. Why do you think we've been in a pandemic for 2 years? So they can update all the birds. They really do be charging though, don't they? Well, they have wireless charging now, but they had to update them. They had to give them the hardware, which is why we've been stuck inside in this pandemic for 2 years, so that they can update all the bird hardware for wireless charging, because people were getting suspicious, okay? You know? People be getting suspicious about the birds, man. Fish would make terrible spies, unless you're talking about those betta fish they sell at fucking PetSmart, because everybody has one of those in their house. I do need a fake owl. Who? Except, okay, the problem about getting a fake owl is that we have a real owl that every time I take Dexter out in the backyard at night, only at night, I hear him or her. I hear this owl hooing. Hoo. And I thought that I was insane. And then Maple took the dog out the other night and he was like, yo, I think I heard an owl. And I was like, bruh, there's an owl that lives outside. So, betta fish are the evolutionary follow-up to Furbies. I was a Furby queen, okay, listen. My Furby's name was Coco. Who? Bitch, who? Bitch, who?